Hello guys, I think you guys are all doing amazing this evening. My name is Jupiter and welcome to ASHA. And this is Macy. I just want to give you guys, thank you. I just want to give you guys a piece of advice. I'm a senior and I'm a part of the senior leadership team. And I know you guys are incoming freshmen and sophomores and I know it can be really nervous, but when I started here as a freshman, I was super scared and I didn't have a lot of people in my middle school, but every single year at APCA, the whole community is going to be a space to just be who I need to be. My freshman year, I was very excitable and open, and in my sophomore year, I was quieter, and just having that space to be who I am has allowed me to grow and become who I truly am. And you guys have that opportunity too.
Hello, I'm Casey. I'm also a senior on the senior leadership team. So ACTA's a really great place if you need creative freedom. Since freshman year, I've come so far and just had a lot of freedom creatively, and you guys have that too.
Let's get this started, guys.
Thank you, Casey and Jupiter. Hello, everybody. I am Tony Gatto. I'm the Executive Director of ACPA. Welcome to your orientation, and welcome to ACPA's 20th year. It's a very exciting anniversary for us. We've been in existence for 20 years now. I want to give you a few just quick updates before we start the program. As you see over here, the kitchen is still under construction. We're waiting on a few deliveries that have been delayed because of COVID, namely a giant walk-in freezer to house all the food that we will eventually cook and serve for lunch. So until then, we will have catered lunch. Lunch is free for every student this year. So especially once we get the kitchen up and running, please engage in lunch. It's going to be scratch made every day and healthy. So we hope you enjoy that. Also, this year, our theme is community. And we're doing a few different events to engage the community a little bit differently this year, especially coming back after COVID. So look out for some announcements in newsletters and on the website about Friday Night Live, which will be a performance that will be on this stage once a month on Fridays, and Open House, which will be before Friday Night Live. That'll be a community event. With that, I give you, who's up next? Ms. Crenshaw, our arts director, Mr. Wagner, our assistant principal, and Ms. Walzak, our high school principal. Hello.
All right, so the teacher and me needed learning objectives for tonight. So this is what you should get out of this session. You ready? You should be able to identify key ACPA values and habits by the end of the evening, identify upcoming events, explain our COVID-19 safety protocols. Also, you should be able to navigate transportation, not a ton, and log into Power School, and then also locate classrooms around the building based on the schedule. Ms. Crenshaw.
We're going to talk a little bit about ACPA values and habits. At the core of who we are our values and habits. They inform our culture. You'll hear about them in class. They are in your curriculum. Our values, kindness, respect for diversity, honesty, problem solving, communication, participation, and awareness. And then we also have habits for our learners. There are 8. Being collaborative, courageous, creative, curious, persistent, reflective, responsible, and timely. So what we'd like to do right now is to do a quick Kahoot quiz over our values. If you could take out your phones and go to Kahoot.com and click play, you will see a play 748-6326. Waiting for play.
You actually need to go to kahoot.it.com to be
Kahoot.it. So I know that's the logo. Yes.
populated.
Beautiful.
After seniors, you gotta go easy on our new families, okay? Yeah. But then, like, give our new students, high school students and families a chance. Just little unfair. So maybe just like answer more slowly. Although there's some on here that I think maybe even seniors and the staff might be a little bit challenged by. There's a little bit of trivia and a little bit of values and talents.
All right. Are we all in? Let's play. Ready?
Well, I like that you're moving up, taking it seriously. Good. Yeah.
That's right.
If you're not in, just pretend you're playing.
Yep.
Aqua orientation quiz. 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Aqua is celebrating its blank year. Can't see the first two. We got 20th. Yeah. Ah. 7th, 25th, 16th. Oh, the 20th year. We are celebrating our 20th year.
All right, we're ready for the next question. True or false? Aqua's first building was located on Groves Road. I think that's true or false. That is the current building. That is not the first building. That will not help you, that picture. That is true. We were located right on the other side of the Coca-Cola bottling plant, and then we moved here. All right, it's a little bit tougher.
All right, our third question. Which Aqua value involves accepting, learning about, and caring about the others who are different from ourselves? We got kindness, honesty, respect for diversity, and communication. 35 answers for 10 seconds left. 5, 4. Yeah, there we go. Respect for diversity.
Question number 4. Aqua offers classes in which of the following are all that apply? Dance, instrumental, vocal music, theater, visual art. Woo, they're all right. All of them. We offer classes in all of the arts here. Amazing. Woo. Good question.
All right. Which of the following Aqua values involves coming up with solutions? Awareness, communication, honesty, problem solving. You choose. The best answer was problem solving. We did really well on that. That's
9 college classes at ACPA in both academics and arts. True or false? 10 seconds left. And that is true. 9 college classes in both arts and academics.
Okay, question 7. Which of the ACPA habits challenges us to be brave and honorable, courageous, timely, responsible, or curious? I'm informed that this is a piece of artwork that one of our students actually created. Let's see, what's the answer? Courageous. Courageous. Last question.
Jenny and Eva Thurman here. There are ACPA alumni currently living in Germany, France, China, and Sweden. Is that true or false? You gotta put it into the little file. Yeah. Okay. That is false. I know, but here's the thing. ACPA alumni have lived in all those countries at some point, just not right now. I'm sorry, that was mean. That was really, I'm really sorry. But hey, who is at the top of the leaderboard? We're playing for glory, by the way. Okay, third place, Maya, please stand up. Please stand up. Yes, Maya. Sugar Thurman, please stand up. Yes. Thank you for playing.
Okay, we're gonna move on. I'm gonna call up Mr. Jenberry. Mr. Jenberry, can you join me? We're gonna talk a little bit about upcoming events, things that are coming up that you can actually participate in. As soon as our slide is up, we'll get to it. Real slow. Okay. We're going to be doing something really new this year on this very rare stage. It is called Friday Night Live. We will have 7 of them throughout the year, and they are live performances. Our students will be showcasing their work with you. We'll also have a gallery on Friday Night Live nights. So our first one is coming up September 17th. It will be Friday Night Live packed with alumni work, and it will be here at ACPA. And then, coming up after that in October, we will have Chalk Fest, and I'll have Mr. Jenberry talk a little bit more about Chalk Fest.
So, Chalk Fest, this will be the 5th year that we've done Chalk Fest. And it really is exactly what you think. It is literally taking our entire parking lot, basically, and covering it in chalk in a lot of different ways. So one of the really cool things is we bring in about 5 featured artists from the community that make absolutely amazing chalk art. And they're actually going to be visiting ACPA. Each of them are going to visit ACPA, meet with all of you, talk about their art prior to Chalk Fest, and then they're actually going to be doing a huge, giant piece of work during Chalk Fest. So that's going to be super cool. We also have some alumni coming to do some chalk art, and we have a chalk contest where everybody is invited, both students and families, to contribute chalk art to our entire parking lot. And it's just a really fun time. We have food trucks, we have a bunch of resources for all of you. That's going to be a theme you're going to be hearing a lot about. It's just all of the resources and all of the opportunities that we have for you. So it's just a great time, especially if you're new to ACPA, to meet your teachers, to meet the students, to just feel the vibe of ACPA. And I think that's really what Chalk Fest is about. Because I know tonight you're probably busy and worried about getting all the things in order, which you will, but by October 2nd, I think you'll be ready to just kind of relax and have a fun day at ACPA. So I hope to see you all there.
And then later on in October, on October 22nd, we're going to have another Friday Night Live. This will feature our current students, but there's something special about this one. It will be our very first open house. So we will showcase work that is done in the classes. So there will be some projects going on here. We'll have resources. We'll also have food during the open house. So all of this happens right before that Friday Night Live in October. So we hope that you will come out and join us at one or all of these wonderful events. All right, we're going to bring up safety. We're going to talk about safety.
Hello, we're your friendly COVID safety protocol people. I'm Ms. McMillan. This is my 15th year at ACPA, and I'm an instructional coach and social studies teacher here.
My name is Brandon Wise. This is my 6th year, and I teach high school science.
Okay, so I'm a parent with kids in the school system, and it's a little nerve-wracking sending your kids somewhere in the middle of a pandemic. So I want to talk to you about what we are doing to try and keep your precious students safe, right? So kids are very precious to us. So our goal is to return in person and to stay in person. Because I don't know about you, but I'm pretty done with students. I like three-dimensional humans, they're great. So this is our goal, so here are the things that we're doing to try and meet this goal.
So one of the things we're trying to do, our classrooms, we're setting them up so that we can be 3 feet apart, right? So masks, obviously those are going to be a thing coming back, but the social distancing, we're still trying to include that in our classrooms, so that way we can spread out from each other.
Okay, we also have our enhanced cleaning protocols. So we've got our magic water that we are spraying desks with in between class periods and at the end of the day. We have screen cleaning wipes for our computers and things like that, so we're keeping our surfaces clean. This will also hopefully help with cold and flu season, not just COVID. So many benefits!
So some of the upgrades that we've done to the building, all of our open spaces, including the classrooms, we have updated ventilation systems, different machines. And it is a electrostatic sprayer. I think that's what Mr. Gatto told me. Yes, I got the nod. Okay, cool, I said that right. So that's the magic water that we were talking about. So we have a lot of different technology that we have in the building now to keep us all safe, and also some strategies moving throughout the building to keep us safe.
And we're purifying your air so you get to breathe extra special clean air. It's so great. Oh, I also forgot to say that there's hand sanitizer like every 10 feet in the building, so yes, you can keep your hands very clean.
So we talk a lot with, go back and forth with the Columbus Health Department, right? A lot of communication goes back and forth. They talk to us, we talk to them. So just wanting to kind of put your mind at ease that, if there are cases that it's being reported back and forth, then of course we would let you all know what's actually going on in real time.
Here's the thing. We have to rely on you all, right? If there are COVID symptoms, if someone in your household or your student that goes here is diagnosed with COVID, letting us know, because that's how we know. Nobody else is going to tell us. So we do rely on you all to monitor for COVID symptoms and to check for, to let us know if there is a COVID diagnosis in the household. That way we keep everybody safe.
So a lot of information here, but this is obviously kind of like the Reader's Digest version of information with COVID. So if you still have more information or want to know a little bit more about these points, you can go to the ACPA website, right? All the stuff is listed with more details. Also the QR codes that you'll see throughout the building, you can scan those with your phone and that will send you directly where you need to go.
If you have any questions, we like to answer COVID questions, just not right now. But you can find any of us and we'll answer your COVID questions. Thank you! Next up is Mr. Becker!
We're really excited about the kitchen. I think Mr. Gadd already mentioned what's happening back here, which is going to be very, very exciting. The other exciting part is that breakfast and lunch is free to everyone. And you do not have to apply for the Free Reduced Lunch program this year. It is just free to everyone. So that's really, really exciting. And within about a year, we'll be rolling out the kitchen. It is a from scratch menu, and we're really, really excited to bring some really amazing food to all of you. I'm also the transportation coordinator, and I just want to say sorry in advance. And we're working as hard as we can to get you the best information that we can. Currently, Columbus Transportation is still telling me that all routes are subject to change. And they will not give me a final on anything, so I'm going to give you all the information that I can now, and we'll just hope for the best as we move forward. And that's all we can do. So, but it'll be fine. But I will be in the middle school office if you have any questions about the routes, or if you need to change anything, come in and talk to me, and we'll do the very best to help you. We also have the carpool email that went out, and if anyone didn't get that email, please stop by and we'll add you to it so you can get some carpools going as well. So thank you so much, and we're excited to have you here.
All right, so the next thing that we want to talk to you about tonight is some of the programs that we use here at APBA. So one of the programs that you'll be hearing about a lot, both students and parents, is Power School. We use Power School to relay class assignments as well as grades, and it is what we use to print out the grade cards at the end of the school year. So in your folders, if you open them up, there will be 2 papers in there, one for your student, one for the parent or guardian, and it will have a login information for Power School. At the end of this session, there are a group of teachers down the hallway in the high school ELA that will help you get logged into Power School if it is your first time logging into Power School. Again, Power School is really important for both parents and students, so that way you know what your grade is in your class. So I'll give you a moment to locate those. Again, there are 2. And in a moment, I'm going to actually have us switch over to the ACBA website so I can show you also how to log in on Power School, so that way you can really impress the teachers that are down there that are ready to assist you. Mr. Dodge is excited. He didn't know that we were going to do a live demo. The next thing I want to talk about is Schoology. Schoology is what you will use, students, to access your class materials, your assignments, and then your upcoming deadlines, groups, and chats, and things of that nature. So you're going to be using Schoology a lot to, again, turn in those assignments. Schoology has a really cool system as well for you to take exams in the system. So Schoology is going to be something that you're going to hear about every day, that you're going to be using every single day. Parents, what you need to know about Schoology. You will also have a Schoology login. That's going to be something that your teacher's home-based, or your student's home-based teacher will get to you probably the first or second week of school. So what you'll be able to see on your end is assignments that are due. You'll be able to see the due dates. And you will be able to see as well what your student has or has not turned in. So one of the things that I did a lot last year is whenever a parent would call and they would say, hey, my student told me that they turned it in, I said, let's look at Schoology together. And then we can look together and see if that assignment has been turned in, and then we can go from there. The last thing I want to talk about, and I'm going to keep this really brief, is Naviance. Naviance is our college and career readiness platform. That's going to be something, students, that you're going to hear about more whenever school starts. So you will be taking a college and career class at some point in your time here at ACBA, and you're going to be using Naviance for a lot of what you're doing in that class. All right, so what I'd like to do now, and again, Mr. Dodge is going to be really excited. It's always fun whenever we get to switch to a live demo. We're going to go to the ACBA website. So, as a parent and as a student, the ACBA website has all of the information that you need, and it is really easy to get to all of our online platforms. Mr. Dodge, can you click the hamburger menu at the top? And then you're going to click that little arrow beside student resources. So from here you can see Power School and you can see Schoology. Mr. Dodge, can you click on Power School for us? So once you click click on PowerSchool, there is a page that kind of tells you what PowerSchool is. There will be a video up at a later date that will help you log in if you end up leaving tonight and you still have questions about it. Mr. Dodge, can you go ahead and click here to log in PowerSchool? All right. So whenever you click this is what you're going to see, student and parent sign in. Again, as I told you a moment ago, you have two papers in front of you. First, I want the students to listen to me, and then I'm going to talk directly to the parents. So, students, when you log in, you will have a paper that will tell you your username and your password. Students, all you need to do is fill that in there. Parents, your way is a little bit more complicated. So, if you are a parent and it's the first time you are ever signing in to PowerSchool, you are going to go over to Create Account. And then you're going to click that button right there called Create Account. From here, you're going to enter in some information. First name, last name, username, your email, and then you're going to create a password. And if we scroll a little bit farther down, we're going to see something that says Link to Student Accounts. And it'll say Access ID and Access Password. Parents, that is what is on your form. So again, the form that says Parents and Guardians, this says Access ID, Access Password. This is where you're going to put that in. And again, there will be teachers available to assist you after this, so that way you can get logged in and be set and ready to go. Mr. Dodge, can you jump back to the website, please? All right, awesome. We're going to hit that hamburger menu. Yep, there we go. We're going to click that arrow, and we're going to click Schoology. Thank you. So, again, parents and students, there are two different ways to get into Schoology. Parents and guardians, you will get your passcode in about 2 weeks from your student's home-based teacher. Students, you can click that button right there in order to get to Schoology. So again, all of this is on the website, and you can get to all these platforms by using the website. If you have any tech questions, especially about PowerSchool, especially about Schoology and things like that, make sure that you email me at wagner@artcollegeprep.org, and I'll be able to assist you. All right. And I think next up, Mr. Schneider, are you coming back? Just for a bit. All right.
I got really nervous there because I didn't know you were going to go to the website. It's like, I hope everything's up there as it should be. Of course it's up there as it should be. So just real quick, so I'm Mr. Schneeberry. One of the things I do here is I do run all the communication for the school. So what does that include? So the first is newsletters. So we're going to have weekly newsletters that will start probably this Wednesday. So you can expect to get a newsletter every Wednesday. That is your one-stop shop for anything that you will need to know going on at ACLA. I promise you. So a lot of what I do is I'm just constantly having conversations with all of the administrators, all of the staff, all of the students, constantly throughout the week, populating that newsletter with all of the news that I could possibly think that you would want to hear. So that newsletter is definitely a one-stop shop. Read it, click it. There will be a lot of information, but if you take just 5 or 10 minutes to read through it every week, you're going to be informed about what's going on here. One call now, so hopefully a lot of you received a text message this morning about the event tonight. So we use the One Call Now system where we typically send text messages. Mostly for important events or school emergencies or anything like that, we will immediately go directly to the One Call Now system. And snow days, especially, or any days that are canceled. So that is definitely a good thing to have. If you didn't receive a text message, maybe check in with the front desk to make sure that we have the correct phone number for you on file. Another way that we announce snow days and other important events is through social media. Again, social media, as you all know, is open to everybody in the world. So we tend to just kind of post things about public events and just things that we want to share that go out to everybody. But again, we like to keep the internal communication where we're just communicating with all of our families within those newsletters. So again, that's really why it's really important to check out those newsletters. And finally, the Apple website, which Mr. Ryder has proven is always up to date and always ready to go. But that is always kind of also your one-stop shop for everything you might need to know. Feel free to email me. My email is shanaberry@collegeprep.org. If you're not receiving newsletters, if you have a question or comment or anything, I'm super excited to have everybody in the building and to be able to talk to you all. So please reach out. I'm always here. Thanks.
Something else that is really important to know this year is that students who will have Chromebooks, we are one-to-one. So the first day of school, you will get a Chromebook in your home base, and you'll be able to keep that Chromebook until the end of the school year. So please take care of it. So you'll be getting that again during the first day of school. And then as well, I just want to take a moment to talk about our school handbook. It is up on the Apple website. Whenever you have a spare moment, feel free to read it. Mr. Dodge, you don't need to go back there. We've already spent a lot of time on the website. But thank you. All right, I'm going to turn it over to Ms. Walzak.
All right, so usually this is the time of night when all the teachers will come through and say hi, but we're trying to be extra safe. So I'm going to show you their pictures, okay? And they're all here around the building. So as you know, this is a good time, students, to take out your belt schedule and just look at those last names and see what's going on, okay? Now I'm going to give you like a little clue in a little bit. Doesn't apply quite yet. These are your high school counselors, Ms. Zimmer and Ms. Rowe. Here we've got our intervention team, Mr. Renner, Ms. New, and Ms. Boyer. Okay. Visual arts. Y'all, this is the first year I could not fit all the photos of our arts department on one slide. Because we've expanded, our arts program is growing, we're really excited about it. So we have separate arts slides, yes. We've got Ms. Holmes, Ms. H.L., who can wave to us, is right back here. And Ms. Cassini. So now, I know there's a lot of ninth graders out there. Can you raise your hand if you're a ninth grader? All right. For ninth graders, your teachers are going to be further on the left. So I know I'm a visual person, and we're in art school, so I'm going to gamble that a lot of you are too. Am I right? Yeah. Okay. Cool. One person. Great. So if you want to go meet your teachers, they're all here. They're all around the building. You kind of know who to spot and say hi. Okay, so this is our English department. Ms. Alvar, Ms. Woodard, Mr. Lowry, and right here, Mr. Dodge. Yeah! Thanks, Mr. Dodge. Math department, Mr. Ward, Mr. Holman, Ms. Alba, and your vice principal also teaches math. There we go. Foreign language, Profe, and Senora Rivas. Performing arts, Dodger, there again, there are multiple departments. Ms. Carr, Mr. Jackson, Mr. Dillon, and Ms. Crenshaw is also our arts director. Yes, and Mr. Dodger again. Science department, Ms. Fedor, actually no, there's again Mr. Kirkman there in the middle, and then Mr. Wise, who we heard from earlier tonight. And social studies. Ms. Bleich, ninth graders, she'll be in humanities with Ms. Bleich and Ms. Alvar. Mr. Siebert, who was over there, not anymore. Mr. Hedrick, Ms. McMillan, who you heard from earlier tonight, high school teacher in class. All right, so some final thoughts. Now that you've kind of laid eyes on your teacher, you know who to go for tonight to say hey to. If you have a pink sheet in that folder, that means we need you to complete your PowerSchool registration before the first day of school. If you're not really sure what that means, you're going to email Ms. Faith at Pennington@artcollegeprep.org, or just email me and I'll get you to the right person. and Ms. Wallzak, your high school principal, wallzak@artscollegeprep.org. And all of that is on the website, so just check for that in sheet. I invite you to find your classrooms, you've got your schedule to work off of. Also visit the stations that are around the building. So we've got transportation, we have an ACPA caregiver group that is looking for folks who want to get involved in ACPA. We also have our intervention team and our counseling team. If you want to request a schedule change, you can do that online on the ACPA website, or our school counselors will guide you through that same process at the station that's in the future where you got your folder. The QR code for the union's program is there, but at this point, if you're feeling all set and ready to go for the first day of school, you're also welcome to head out. I thank you for coming tonight. Please reach out to us if you ever have any questions, and we'll see you on the 24th. Have a great night.